on, man. Put it up.
South Carolina.
South Carolina, baby. The Gamecocks that was going up against the number one team in the nation that won the championship last year. I don't know what the rankings are. I haven't even seen the rankings. Who's the number one team in the nation right now?
Georgia,
they ranked them first, right?
Yeah, first.
I always say, listen, to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? I don't care what these damn polls say, whatever. They got the target on their back. They're national champs. And I think Stetson Bennett's already having a pretty good year to start off. You know, he was great against Oregon. Oregon, another team that, kind of got slow coming out of the gate. They played Sanford, no big deal. And Carolina, they started out the same way. They played Georgia State, and then they wound up, getting spanked by Arkansas a little bit. But that wasn't a bad loss for them. But, no loss is a good loss. But, we kind of expected maybe – I'm not saying there's no way in the heck they were looking across the street to have Georgia up on deck, because they weren't looking past that game. But Rattler had his moments in that game. He missed about 3 touchdown passes. I watched the game. He had wide open guys in the end zone on 3 routes, and just he couldn't hook up with them. So, those are the plays that you can't let go against good teams. If you don't cash in on those opportunities, you're not going to be able to. But last year, this game has a real intriguing look for me. What do you call it? Last year, I think when Georgia's defense, they were giving up about 10 points a game. And I don't know the numbers this year. I haven't gone back and looked because they're going to be a little bit skewed. Like I talked about that the other day. Like you have a lot of these teams early on that they're playing these cupcake teams. So naturally their defensive numbers always look great, especially like in the Big Ten. Like you got teams that are giving up 9 points, 8 points. I think Minnesota's like 5 points right now. It's just crazy. But anyways, I had a look last year in this game, and I kind of went back to it. I think we have an improved South Carolina offense, right? Georgia still got a lot of good pieces there on offense, with Bennett at quarterback. And even though they're reloading, maybe a step down in the defensive side, we don't know yet because they haven't taken that big test yet, haven't had that marquee game. But, South Carolina is going to be a viable opponent for them. And they're playing in Columbia, South Carolina this game. Last year, I tried to get a little cute with a team total on Carolina where I had, they were getting I think the team total was 10. And in the first quarter, they got 7 points early, right? So I said, oh, man, that's going to be an easy casher. Well, I sweated that whole game out to about a couple minutes to go in the game in the fourth, and then they got a turnover, and then they wound up scoring. So they put the team total over 10 points. But the way I look at it this year is I got a second-year coach with the first-year quarterback again, right? But he's a talented quarterback. He just has his moments where he kind of, doesn't shine, and he shines, and he looked good and bad at the same time, But I think, going forward, maybe be a little bit more amped up for this particular matchup at home, coming home after a loss. So I was looking at the South Carolina team total here, and I think it was sitting at 13 points. So I think I got 3 points worth of improvement because of the fact that I'm not saying Georgia kind of stepped down in defense, but, it's a little bit lesser of a quality defense that they had last year. And South Carolina got a big upgrade at QB. And weaponry, I'm not going to say anything better, but I just think the quarterback's worth 3 points with the step down in the defense. So I'm going to attack that team total again in this game. I'm not going to try to say they can cover the spread, but I think they can score at least 13 points in this game against Georgia.
I love that angle, man. That's people might call that a sneaky shot, but it's a great sneaky shot because we know that, like you said, the offense is more improved on South Carolina. I think it might be some room for cover for South Carolina as well. I mean, Only thing that I think if Georgia can really run the ball down South Carolina's throat, then they probably could get up on them. But if they have to go to the air, Stetson Bennett's very similar to Rattler. He has his good days and bad days too. We always talk about the game he played in the national championship and how well he played versus Alabama. But if you look back at some of those other games, he didn't play so well. Back when they had Daniels over there, sometimes they played both of them in the same game. So I'm not a huge Stetson Bennett fan. I like Spencer Rattler because he's more of a gamer. Like he's in tune with the game. He tries to have a high quarterback IQ, but he gets a little loose sometimes.
He does. I mean, we remember when they pulled him over there. Riley pulled him and benched him, and then he never got another opportunity. And then obviously, that was his career over there. And then he sat out, and then next thing you know, he's a Gamecock early on. So I think he's going to have his good spots, and probably usually these star quality quarterbacks, this is when they shine in games like this. Hey, I'm getting to play against the national championship. I'm going to show I was worthy at one point in time. I got the tools. I can do it, so.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Arkansas wasn't a sleepy game, not his best game, but I think we'll see I'm not going to make a prediction all across the board for the kid. He's going to have a stellar game, but he'll have his moments in a game like this too, and hopefully he'll get 2 touchdowns and maybe a cover too. 24 points is a lot of points, but like I say, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah. I got you, and remember, I said from the beginning that Kirby Smart's the proof got to be in the pudding. You got to show that you're built from within. So he still got a lot of showing to do.
40 years without a title in Georgia.
Yeah.